Good morning to one and all present here. The topic today that we have chosen for the research paper is analysis of various pharmaceutical companies in India using the EVA method, that's economic value added method. So the abstract of the paper, basically we have taken three pharmaceutical industries in the Indian scenario, that is Sun Pharma, Biocon, and Dr. Reddy's Pharma, and we have using the economic value added method, that's the EVA method, for evaluating the returns that the company gave. So introduction, company performance evaluation techniques are numerous. If we see, there are various evaluation techniques by which we calculate the returns that the shareholders get. Like for example, the return on investment method, earning per share method, also known as EPS method, and economic value added method is one such method to calculate the returns that the shareholders would get. Return on investment method is a very common method that is used to calculate the returns that the company would give over a period of time. But then there is a drawback that comes there because it fails to identify the true surplus. So in order to overcome that drawback, they use the EVA method, that's economic value added method, because it identifies the true surplus. So as I've already said, we have chosen three companies in the Indian pharmaceutical sector, that is Biocon Limited, Dr. Reddy's Lab, and Sun Pharma. Review of literature, because before starting the research, we have done research on two other research papers that were published by somebody else on the same topic. And the first one that we have chosen was a case study of Dabur India Private Limited. In this case study, Devdas Rakshit has, he has taken the traditional methods of evaluating the returns as well as compared with EVA, that's economic value added method. He has said that the EVA method gave a greater return when compared to the traditional methods, and the shareholders were more satisfied because they earned greater returns. And the second research paper that we had done a study on was a study of Indian private sector banks. And banks have realized that in order to ensure long-term growth, they just didn't have to satisfy the customers by the products and the services that they provided, but they had to develop a good customer relationship with them. That is, they had to satisfy all the stakeholders. Also, they identified that very few banks, that is about one or two banks, only had a positive correlation between the EVA and the share prices. That is, only Kotak Mahindra Bank had a positive correlation between the EVA and the share prices, and the rest of the banks had a negative correlation between the EVA and the share prices. The methodology, that's a calculation for finding out the EVA, is net operating profit after taxes less cost of capital employed. And for this purpose, we had to compute weighted average cost of capital. Then we had to also find the cost of equity by using CAPM model, that's capital asset pricing model. Also, we had to calculate the cost of debt and cost of equity, and net operating profit after taxes and adjusted tax. So this is the analysis. That is where, if you see in the Indian pharmaceutical sector, that is the companies, they just depend on equity capital as well as debt capital. The point to be noted here is that they do not depend on the preference share capital. And then we have taken the equity share capital as this total debt capital, which gave us the total capital. And by using the appropriate formulas, we had calculated the weight of equity and weight of debt. Also, by using the weighted average cost of capital, we have found the cost of equity, cost of debt, and thereby by using the appropriate formulas, we have calculated the cost of capital employed. Then by using the appropriate formulas, we have found the net operating profit after taxes. And thereby, by using the net operating profit after taxes less cost of capital employed, which gave us the EVA, we have found the EVA of the three companies, that is Biocon, Dr. Reddy's Lab, and Sun Pharma. And we observed that the EVA which the Sun Pharma had got is the highest when compared to the other two companies. That is, it derives an EVA of about 5,209.61 when compared to Biocon and Dr. Reddy's Lab. Also, when we compare the EVA that was generated from Biocon as well as Dr. Reddy's Lab, Dr. Reddy's Lab had a greater EVA, that is of about 1,902 when compared to Biocon, that is 473.18. Why this happened was that because in their capital structure, the debt component was greater when compared to the equity share capital. So thereby, Sun Pharma generates a greater EVA of rupees 5,209.61 crores. So thereby, the value addition that we have done through this research paper is that we have found that the pharmaceutical companies do not follow traditional method of debt-equity ratio. But also, we have also found out the combination of debt and equity structure in their capital structure. And also, we have found out that they do not depend on preference share capital. Also, cost of equity is lesser than cost of debt. So what happens when cost of debt is more, the EVA generated will be greater, which happened in the case of, Sun Pharma, as well as also Dr. Reddy's lab. I would like to thank Biju sir for giving me this opportunity, as well as also Ravi sir, without whose guidance this research paper wouldn't have been possible. And also, I would like to thank my research team for being so supportive. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Next, I call upon Shabil Shakur for the research paper presentation on strategic equity portfolio creation using capital asset pricing models, Sharpe's model, and Trainer's ratio.